What is up, everybody?
Welcome to the Dudes and Men podcast, special episode 11.
11,
We're going to be cooking some steak, so let's jump right into it.
You know what I'm saying?
Today, we're going to be cooking up these steaks right here. We got some top sirloins. We're going to be cooking them different. Marcos and I. Oh yeah, that reminds me. As usual, your host,
Marcos Cabanas, a.k.a. Bobby. You know what I'm saying?
and the milkman himself, Chris Crispy, Christian Kessler.
We are coming with you with the drinks of the day. All right.
As always.
Go ahead, Mr. Kessler.
Extra sweet tea, pure leaf.
Pure leaf.
Nothing compliments a steak like that.
You know, when it's steak night, you gotta change it up. Can't always keep it the same thing. So, got a hazy little thing. It's a nice little IPA, IPA, 6.7% in this tall boy fashion.
Ooh,
you know what I'm
feel
saying?
lazy with the hazy little
Tip it
IPA.
and sip it. Yes, sir.
Oh, now let's jump into that steak. Let's season these bad boys. Alright, starting off seasoning my steak. On one side, I'm just going to put on some very basic steak seasoning. Nothing fancy going on here.
That's it. That's pretty fancy. Boys.
It's alright. It's alright.
Look at that crunch.
Yeah, don't be scared of the seasoning now.
Nothing
A
worse.
lot of it's going to be cooking off and cooking in. Flip that mug over. Up next, doing my personal blend. Starting off with garlic powder. Light blend, light coating on top. Up next is black peppercorn. That is where it's at. You don't want just that regular black pepper. You want that peppercorn for that extra kick, especially on a man steak like this.
Oh yeah.
Or woman steak like this.
That's the white man's version of adding a little bit of like chili powder.
Oh yeah, that's a kick. Get you sneezing. Last but certainly not least, that garlic and sea salt. You want the sea salt just because it looks fancy. And I like to grind it. Grind it like a foreign underage stripper.
Yes, sir.
We don't like it, but that's how it's done.
That's just how it's gotta be. It's the way to roll.
Alright. Call that bad boy seasoned. Jump on to Marco, see how he'll do it.
Alright. So, for my steak, I'm gonna start off with some garlic powder. Alright. I like do a nice little coating like it's fucking snowing outside. You know. Nice and simple.
3 steaks there.
You know, if you want to get big like everybody.
Yeah,
Next is minced onion. You know. It's really more so like a brain thing. It's like, yeah, I'm putting in some minced onion. Ooh, flavor. But really, it's just going to get stuck in my teeth later. It's good stuff. Cilantro. The Mexican in me loves this shit. You know, it's got a very unique, minty, tangy type taste, especially when you put it on a steak. Make sure you're coating this shit. There you go. Next, we got some coarse sea salt. That really gives it a crunch. Go light with the sea salt. Cholesterol and stuff, kids. Alright, just like Kessler, I'm gonna follow with some black peppercorn. Give that little bite at the end. Alright, then we're gonna hit it with some steak seasoning. You know, steak flavor. Alright, so I always like to press my stuff in to make sure it's not going nowhere, you know, and then we're just going to flip and repeat both sides. I like my shit very savory, very flavorful. Probably going to, you know, die young because of all this cholesterol, but hey man, at least I'm eating happy.
Making Joe Rogan happy.
Oh my god.
There ain't no sides with this meal. We're just having straight
I do
steak.
have sides. I have steak 1 and steak 2.
No mistakes here.
No mistakes. We don't miss steaks. We ponder about something great, and that is these steaks. You know what I'm saying? And I got one more ingredient I haven't added, and that's, however you want to say it, Worcestershire, Winchester, or Worcestershire sauce. But that goes on.
You say Worcestershire?
Worcestershire sauce. Yeah.
Like that.
Worcestershire sauce. You know, it goes on while it's cooking. That's really the main flavor.
And then for the white host, I'm gonna be using that garlic infused extra virgin olive oil.
How can you call me white host after I'm using Worcestershire sauce? That's straight from Alabama.
Yeah, but this is extra virgin.
Oh. All right, boys. A little quick Alabama joke for you. What position, or why is it illegal to do reverse cowgirl in Alabama?
Why?
Because you can't turn your back on family.
Was that in one of the Fast and Furious movies?
Maybe, but I like it and I used it. Wait, no.
Yeah, whoa!
Wait, no, hold on.
Looks like there are mistakes on this episode.
No, that's just a joke. It's a joke.
Alright, let's take a little jump to these things sizzling. Sizzle, 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 sizzle.
Oh man.
Just gonna let that bad boy.
He's a slow cooker.
Sit for a
He knows how to really seal in that flavor. We would record me cooking my steak, but that wouldn't be much of a...
Yeah, it won't take long. Let y'all check in another few minutes. We're about 90 seconds in and we're finally getting that good sizzle.
Just close your eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and listen to the sounds of America.
Get you a listen in on that sizzle. ASMR. Guess we'll let y'all check in here in another few minutes. So I'm going to lower that temperature down just a little, get to a low sizzle for us. But here's something we can talk about while you guys are just kicking back enjoying that sizzling steak. Who taught you how to cook steak, or how'd you learn? Trial and error, or did someone teach you?
Purely out of taste.
Like trial and error taste? Like you make something, like, I like this part, a little more of this, a little less of that?
Yeah, so like, I ain't never made a bad steak, in my opinion, just physically cooking for myself. So like in the beginning, I'd eat it medium rare, and I'm just like, well, I really like the tenderness, you know. Eventually, I got to where my seasoning has always been the same, the classic garlic, salt, pepper, steak seasoning, add a little bit of extra this, that, you know. But as far as trial and error goes, like, I realize I like sushi a lot, and that's kind of how I like my steak. I know I can't eat it raw, but I can damn near get there, you know. But no.
For me, it was trial and error. But I mean, with how many I've made at this point, I can't even remember how I started off making them. I'm pretty sure they started off all coming out looking, oh, look at that beautiful crust there. That's exactly what you want to see. Anyways, when I first started making them, they would all come out medium well or well done, much closer to well done, which is pretty gross for a steak in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like that perfect medium if I could get it, and that's exactly what we're shooting for on this steak. Let's check back in here in a few minutes when the steak is done and see if we didn't accomplish that. Let's see that end result here. Got that beautiful crust on the outside. Amazing, beautiful pink center. Light red, light pink the outside. Smack it on the ass and call it good. See what Marcos could do.
See, we're going at 905, 906.
How long are you cooking each side for? You got a certain time?
Well, it varies on like the steak itself. So like with this steak particularly, I'm probably gonna go like 2 minutes, maybe a minute at most, or at least. Yeah. For y'all that don't, for what I'm trying to say is, you see how the top looks right now? Like that's what I want my inside to look. I'm literally just cooking the top surface. That way, I don't even know what the whole scientificness is behind all that, but apparently that's just where all the bad bacteria sits, is, you know, on the surface skin, or whatever you want to call that. So that's why you can't eat hamburger as pink as I'm about to cook it, because hamburger's all mixed in, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So you like it raw. It's only for health reasons why you're searing the outsides, just kill any bacteria or anything that can harm you.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
I mean, y'all can say what you want, but if y'all ever, I mean, this man, I've seen me eat sushi. I eat, it's just, I don't know, texture thing, really. Yeah, see, like it's 907, I put this at 906, and I'm already starting to flip it because I can feel it in my gut. I don't know if you can see that, but it's already starting to reach the middle. This is literally going to go on for 2 seconds. All on that side. I'm going to hit it with some Worcestershire sauce.
For anyone at home curious, we let the steaks rest outside in room temperature for maybe an hour before we started cooking. This way the center isn't cold when we bite into it.
If that gives you any reference with how uncooked this is. Better way to say it. And before this, before I season, I take a knife and I poke holes in the steak. Helps let any juices or whatever seep in when you're using that whisker bastard.
Love to see that sizzle.
Alright guys. Well, I'm gonna cook all 3 of these, and then we will chime back in once I get them all 3 cooked.
Alright, see y'all in a minute.
Nice.
Alright, and we're back and looking good.
Man, let me show y'all. Damn, even that's almost. Look, that's how you know you cooked it right, when you can't even cut to the cartilage, because the cartilage ain't cooked. Look at that. Yes, sir. And that's what you want. Okay, none of that rubber tire bullshit that he's got going.
This ain't no rubber tire.
I know it ain't no rubber tire. This is what you want. Literally just the surface. You know. And if you see a little blood drip on your plate, it's cool.
It's like some meat bubble gum. This is one of the best steaks I've had in a long time. I'm not even playing. I'm gonna have to watch this back. Exactly the way I seasoned it, exactly how long I cooked it. That's the way a steak needs to be done. For my taste. If you like,
you did cuts and stuff, so you're like, alright, so it takes a total of 2 minutes.
Yeah, just 2 minutes, like yours. Beautiful.
beautifuler. I'm like. See, when you cook it my way, you get a lot of that beef still lingering. You know, it's a lot gamier.
I'm dipping it in my juices, man. I'm getting all that beef.
That is true.
But yeah, yours does have more of a bloody flavor. Get more of that iron.
Maybe I'm iron deficient. This is why I eat it this way. Crack open this Natty Daddy. 8%. Small little can. It's coming at you. In the small little can.
If y'all want to see the true power of Natty Daddies, tune into that
Oh, God.
last episode. We're too drunk.
I wasn't even present. I mean, I was there, but I was not. I was like Bruce when Hulk takes over. I was just kind of like sitting there, chilling, vibing. And I came to. Dehydrated like a sponge. But
Just hit me. I think I said this was podcast episode 10.
11.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it is 11. The drunk podcast was 10, but man, that was wild. I much prefer just sitting here cooking and eating a steak, chopping it up with you.
What, man? You don't want to do it? Two drunk guys?
That's fine, I'm just saying, I like steak.
Yeah. I don't know about y'all's enjoyment as viewers, but let me tell you, this video is a lot better to make for us, you know?
Yeah, it's slightly better in person, this one.
But fuck it, whip out your griddles, whip out your frying pans, whip out your grill.
Yeah, cook with me, homie.
And even if you can't get steak, man, I want you to slice off a big chunk.
Or bologna.
Get out of my mind.
Ham, whatever.
Dude, not even joking. There's times where I'll go to the store and I'll get a ham, and it's not even a holiday. It's just sometimes I just want to put. It's just a chunk of meat. Give me a chunk of meat. You know what I'm saying?
Episode 1, I taught y'all how to steal the Walmart steak. Here in episode 11, teaching y'all how to cook that stolen steak.
It's not stolen. It's earned.
It's earned. That
Manual
earned
labor.
steak.
Manual labor.
Amazing.
And here's the thing, they watched us do it.
You're not paid enough to stop me.
Seem the baddest little motherfucker. Y'all, look, this is a video representation. Y'all give me 2 months to like 10 years. I'm gonna be in shape. I'm out, yeah. You know, y'all don't understand. Y'all wasn't at Walmart, but
He saw this girl at Walmart and he just couldn't stop staring.
I could stop staring. I wasn't like a perv, but like.
He chose not to, so it's not pervy. He could have stopped.
No, I did. I was looking a good amount, okay? I was staring a healthy amount. Okay, leave me alone. But
Doctor's recommended dose.
of staring, yes. Dog. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Wanna make it big time? Want everybody makes it in the big leagues? He's gonna have his baddie. Her name's gonna be
Hattie?
Everybody.
Hattie the baddie?
What?
Hattie. Yo girl Hattie the baddie.
No, I thought you said Patty the Batty, which is a.
No, I know MMA.
Yeah.
Patty the baddie.
I'm like, huh?
Sometimes he's a thick boy, sometimes he's not.
You're like, get someone that can do both. Like, what you feeling today? You want a petite girl? You want a thickin'? Patty the Batty. You see what you call. Nah, man. She gonna be everybody and I don't know. We'll figure it out because it hasn't happened yet. That's why.
Good steak. We need to send this into running on empty food review.
It's funny you say that like that. And I know what you're talking about, but I can't put a. You know what I'm saying?
YouTuber does food reviews.
Is it the?
Really?
Is it the white guy?
I'll take any YouTuber to just do anything on us, even if he's just shit talking us for half a second. If he's like, hey, check out this channel. Fuck them. All right, next.
But if you do shit talk,
I'd be like, hey,
challenge
yeah.
me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got the gloves. Respectfully, I don't even want to shit talk you. Like, if you ever seen Dragon Ball Z, you know Goku, how he's like, you know, all nice and retarded and shit, just because he loves to fight. That's me. You might kick my ass. I just want fun. So yeah, shit talk. But if you're gonna shit talk, let's arrange something. We'll meet in parts unknown. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's where Ultimate Warrior's from.
Who do you think he is?
The last bite, you just gotta slop up every bit of juices and seasoning,
No, kidding? You turn the plate up,
blood and
drink it,
oil. That's
and then
left.
you get some bread and you.
You soak it up. Really, I would.
That's what I used to do. My parent, well, I'd say parents, but my mom and stuff, and she'd be with my sister, and I'd go out somewhere, you know, like hang out with a friend or whatever, and I come back because, I mean, I'm a kid, and what am I gonna do by dinner? And they'd be like, well, we had steak, and I'd look in the microwave, and there'd be a plate, just nothing but juice, and I'd just be like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, we had steak.
I'd get some bread, and I just fucking slurp that shit up, and that was my steak.
My parents got food stamps, but they would only get steak and the expensive stuff for themselves. I don't know if I've talked about that before. I don't think so on the podcast, but they would get the expensive, nice stuff for themselves, and we'd be eating food banks food, scraping mold off bread, whatever. But my parents, a couple times a week, they would eat a nice little steak, and they wouldn't eat all the fat that was on it. And I was dying to just eat the steak fat. That's how desperate I was. That's how good it smelled. And they'd give it to the dog. I'm not allowed to take the fat away from the dog. Sometimes I'd get a bite and I'd tear it up, chew on it for like half an hour, savor it. Yeah, like for real. So now that, you know, older, you work for a living, you can eat what you want, because damn it, you earned it. I do the grocery shopping. I make the money. It feels nice to regularly sit down with a buddy, dig into some steaks. This is what
you know,
I
what I think
enjoy.
is crazy is the way we grew up. If if someone was like, all right, so y'all are going crazy, y'all gonna spend some money. What are y'all doing? Probably gonna eat some good food.
Yeah,
And then spend the rest of the day indoors. Like, not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how
That's a good day.
Yeah, that's how I grew up. It's like, oh, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna eat what I want.
Like, I'm not just gonna look at the dollar menu,
No.
which doesn't even exist anymore. So you know that's talking old school now.
I'm gonna add the $4 add-on.
Yes.
Like, recently we went to Red Lobster, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna treat myself. I got some endless shrimp with some mussels that costed $10, but guess what?
Treat yourself.
It was so delicious, man. It was good. Like, I just think a lot of people, they don't have they have the privilege of just getting good food. So like, yeah, let me go shopping, let me do expensive trips or this and that. I'm like, let me go to the restaurant that has, you know, fancy shit.
BC 5000 Ebb Design Strawberry Mango. That's dessert, folks.
And
It's good to way polish off, and I hope at least one person is just sitting here watching.
eat a steak.
They could be eating ramen noodles.
I don't care.
Watching
Eat with
it. I used to sit down eating my ramen noodles or hot dogs or bread with sugar on it or whatever.
Dude.
And I would turn on the Food Network and I would just watch it, and I'd smell my food and eat my food, but I'd be staring at whatever amazing.
I'm eating that.
Yes, I would just tell myself, nope, I'm eating what they're eating.
Man, there's been so many times I've taken like tortillas, like flour tortillas,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take the cinnamon sugar mix and you get
Yep.
from the store, and then you put a lot of butter in the pan, you throw that tortilla on top, and you throw that cinnamon sugar and you let it melt and crystallize. God, dude, that's
like a flat, that's like a pancake version of a churro. It's like
Yeah,
a
pretty
Mexican pancake churro.
yeah, the Mexican pancake, straight up. And I tell you, you get the crunch, and then you get that, because there's a unique taste that comes from melted sugar. You know?
Yes, with the butter mixed in. Mm-hmm. That's how they make the Rice Krispie treats. Beautiful. Yeah, I swear it's just paste to your body, just that sugar and butter mixture. But it's good for the soul. And down in the South, that's what we care about when it comes to the food. Not what's good for the heart, what's good for the soul.
That's why every single one of us, our heart's about 2 seconds from popping. We got clotted arteries out the ass down here. But it's alright. It's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Good food. Good eats.
Good food, good eats. Good company. Good podcast. We'll catch you next time
We'll see ya.
on the Dudes and Men.